Good afternoon, students. Today our experiment is to convert galvanometer into ammeters of different ranges which can be used to measure the currents in electrical circuit. First of all, the apparatus we require to perform this experiment: a galvanometer. A galvanometer is a device which is used in a circuit to detect current. If we want to measure current, we use the device ammeter. Ammeter is always connected in a circuit in series. Then a rheostat. Rheostat is a potential divider which divide the potential. Variable power supply to increase or decrease the value of the voltage and corresponding current. Then different shunts. Shunt is a low resistance when connected in parallel to the galvanometer. When we use a low resistance parallel to the galvanometer in a circuit, then this is known as a shunt. And when we apply a shunt, then a galvanometer is converted into an ammeter. Then connecting wires. So first of all, theory: a galvanometer is converted into ammeter by applying a low resistance parallel to it. When we apply a low resistance parallel to the galvanometer, galvanometer is converted into ammeter and used in a circuit to measure current. And the value of the shunt which we apply in the circuit parallel to the galvanometer is in the range 0.2 to 2 ohm. And the galvanometer which is be used having resistance that is in the range 50 to 100 ohm. Ammeter having range 0 to 250 milliampere. And if we want to find the value of the shunt which we connect in parallel to the galvanometer, we apply formula S is equal to Ig into G upon I minus Ig. In this formula, S is the shunt resistance, Ig is the galvanometer current, and G is the resistance of the galvanometer. In the denominator, I again the current in the ammeter, Ig current in the galvanometer. By applying this formula, we can find out the value of the shunt resistance which we connect in parallel to the galvanometer. Come to the diagram. Here, when low resistance connected in parallel to the galvanometer, that is converted to the ammeter. Now come to the observation, the procedure for taking these observation. We set the value of deflection in the galvanometer and measuring the corresponding current in the milliampere. So now the galvanometer that is having a range 0 to 30. When we set the deflection in the galvanometer 5, then the value in the milliammeter when we connect the shunt S1 is 40. Mean when we adjust the value 5, automatically the value in the ammeter is 40. And when we change the deflection to 10, then it changes to 81, and 15, 120, 20, 162, and so on. When we reach at 30, then the value in the ammeter is 250. So 30 division of galvanometer is converted to 250. We get the first range 0 to 250. In the second, when we change the value of the shunt, then again we adjust the value of the galvanometer deflection. We start from the 5. When we adjust the deflection at 5, then the current reading given by ammeter is 25. That reduced because in this case we increase the value of the shunt and the range is reduced 0 to 150. So now at 25, when we change the value to 10, then 52, 15, 76, and at last value is 30, it gives us 150. So we get the second range 0 to 150. Again we increase the value of the shunt resistance S3. If we increase the value, then the range decreases the range becomes 0 to 60. Again, to check that range, when we adjust the reading in the galvanometer 5, then the value in the emitter is 10. When we change the deflection to 10, the value of emitter automatically changed to 21, and so on. At the last, when we reach that 30, then it give you a 60. So the range is 0 to 60. The value of these current which we measure with the help of milliammeter is in milliampere. If we want to convert a deflection into current, then simply we apply a formula. The current in the galvanometer is always proportional to the deflection. And when we remove this proportionality sign, then Ig, G for galvanometer current, Ig is equal to K theta, where K is the constant of proportionality and known as figure of merit. And this figure of merit K constant, that is calculated by the calibration of this instrument. As already I said, the division in that galvanometer is 0 to 30. So when manufacturer calibrate this galvanometer, then he calibrate this when current in the galvanometer is equal to 600 microampere, it show a full deflection. कि जब आपका 30 डिवीजन पे डिफ्लेक्शन होगी तो मैक्सिमम करंट दैट फ्लो थ्रू दैट galvanometer is 600. तो व्हेन वी find out the value of one division, then 600 microampere is divided by the 30 total number of division. So we get the value of one division 20 microampere. Always remember, the current in the galvanometer is very small, and very small current is measured in micro. Micro means 10 power minus 6. That is also the difference between the galvanometer current and the emitter current. Emitter current here measured in milliampere, that is little bit larger value as compared to the galvanometer current. So galvanometer is in microampere and emitter current is in milliampere, that is 10 power minus 6 and 10 power minus 3. So this is the observation table. By using this observation table, now we find the value of the shunt resistances S1, S2, S3 by applying the formula which we previously discussed. So when we apply the formula for the first range 0 to 250 and when we find out the value of S1, so S1 comes out to be, for the first reading, the current in the galvanometer deflection is multiplied by 20. So 5 multiplied by 20 get 100, 10 multiplied by 20 200, 15 multiplied by 20 300. So show corresponding value of deflection when multiplied by 20 converted into Ig. When we substitute the value here in the formula, we substitute that Ig. So Ig is in the first reading 100. For S1, I is 40. So here 100 into 10 power minus 6 for micro into 50. 50 is the galvanometer resistance which remains same for whole of the experiment, and I is 40. So 40 in milli, so 10 power minus 3 minus 100 into 10 power minus 6 for the Ig. When we calculate this value, this comes out to be 0.12 ohm. This is the first value of the shunt S1. For second value of S1, we substitute the value of second reading 200, Ig is 200, then I change to 81. We get the S1 second reading, same, almost same or little bit difference is there. You have calculate by your own. And for third value 300, 120, 400, 162 and so on. Sixth value is 600, 250. So at the end, all these 6 value of S1 is combined together and divided by the 6, we get the mean of S1. For the S2, range of emitter is 0 to 150 milliampere. S2 is calculated by using the same formula. So now when we calculate the value of S2, Ig remains same. For the first reading 100, but S2 that is changed 25. So here for the calculation of S2 for first reading 100 into 10 power minus 6, 50 remains same. Resistance of the galvanometer divided by 25 into 10 power minus 3, that is I minus 100 into 10 power minus 6. This is Ig. When we calculate this one, comes out to be 0.20 ohm. Similarly, for the second value, Ig is 200, then S2I is 52, 376. This is the combination. Again, we get the 6 values of S2, and at the end, all values they added and divided by the 6, we get the mean of S2. For the third range, S3 when connected 0 to 60. Now for 0 to 60, S3 is again calculated by the same formula. Ig remains same for the first value 100, but I, that is 10. So here in the S3, 100 into 10 to the power minus 6 into 50 divided by 10 into 10 to the power minus 3 minus 100 into 10 to the power minus 6. When we calculate this one, comes out to be 0.50 ohm. When we want to calculate the second value of S3, then we go with the Ig is equal to 200, then 21, 300, 30, and at the last sixth value 600 into 60. So in this way, when we apply low resistance in parallel, S1 is equal to 0.12 ohm. The range of galvanometer is converted into a meter of 0 to 250 milliampere. S2 0.20 ohm, then range is 0 to 150, and for S3 0.50 ohm, the range is 0 to 60. So this is our today's experiment. Thank you.